Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader, and for my first video on this channel I'm going to be talking about my top 17 reads for 2017. So let's just kick things off, shall we? The very first one I want to talk about, these are not in any order by the way, these are just in a random order of books that I've read this year that I absolutely adore. And the first one that I've picked up is Fallen Kings by Morgan Rose, which is actually the September pick for the Introverted Reader book club. I had bought this mainly because everybody kept talking about it, and then I thought, this is a great reason to pick it up and read it. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's just give it a try. And I flew through this. There was a little bit of insta love in here that I wasn't a big fan of, but you get past all of that. But I flew through the first 5 books, and there's one last book. I think it's only going to be a 6-book series, and the final book is coming out this month, I think. So very, very, very excited. Love Fallen Kingdoms. If you love Game of Thrones, then you'll love this. The next two that I want to get her out of the way, that I want to talk about are 2 Sarah J Maas books, actually. The first one being A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is book 3 in her Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. I absolutely adore this trilogy. Like, it's definitely up there with some of my favourite trilogies, right up there with like the Infernal Devices. I love the characters. They're so amazingly well-rounded, and I understand that there is a lot of controversy around Sarah J Maas's work, but honestly, it is important to talk about that, but honestly, I just adore this. I love the way she creates a world, and I can just feel her getting better. Do you know what I mean? I can feel her getting better every single one, and this one, yes, love it. Another Sarah J Maas one that I want to talk about is Tower of Dawn, which came out a good couple months ago now. It was actually supposed to be just a novella, but then she turned it into a full-fledged book. See there, it's huge. And it follows a character called Kale Westfall, who was in the Throne of Glass series, and the events in here coincide with the 5th Throne of Glass book. And I was so surprised by this. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I absolutely adored it. I loved the plot. Kale Westfall wasn't a character that I overly liked in Throne of Glass. He was alright, but he just wasn't my favourite. But honestly, after reading this, he's totally redeemed in my eyes. I love him. And honestly, I would definitely love to read more from like his point of view in like this world. So yes, I gave it a review on Goodreads. I think I gave it 4 stars. I'm not entirely sure. But I definitely loved it. Another one, it's a series, a House of Night Otherworld novel known as Loved by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. The House of Night series is a series that's very, very close to my heart because I read that along the same time I read Twilight. So I read Twilight, and then I was sort of still in like a vampire mood, and my friend actually bought me the first in the House of Night series, and that slowly became one of my favourite series of all time, and PC Cast has become one of my favourite authors along with Kristen as well. So I would definitely recommend reading The House of Night before you read this one, because this one takes place a year after everything in the last book of that series takes place. And if you've read this, let me know below what you thought of it, because I loved it. I would definitely give this a full star rating. So the next 2 are 2 Rick Riordan books. This one is The Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle, and this one is the first in his Magnus Chase trilogy, The Sword of Summer. I love Rick Riordan's writing. I love the world that he creates. The Magnus Chase is his Norse mythology works, and obviously Trials of Apollo is the Greek. If you've read Percy Jackson, then you will definitely love these. Magnus Chase has so much amazing diverse characters. There's a character that's Muslim, there's a character that is transgender, gender fluid, so amazing. This entire trilogy is awesome. I absolutely adore it so much. And The Trials of Apollo is exactly the same. Full of fun, full of wit. Apollo is openly bisexual, like he doesn't have any qualms about it whatsoever. It's basically about Apollo being cast out of Olympus. And if you love mythology and you love having, and if you just love having a good laugh and a good time, you will love Rick Riordan. But I would read Heroes of Olympus before reading this. You don't have to read any of the other Percy Jacksons, read Magnus, but this one, read Heroes of Olympus first, because you might get spoiled for some stuff. Okay? Okay, good. Right, here's to the ones behind me. Here's these ones over here. Let me bring them over to you so you can see. These two is Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows duology with Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I had read the Grisha trilogy a good long while ago. I wasn't that big much of a fan of it. I did enjoy it, but I love these ones so much more. I flew through Crooked Kingdom. I love the characters in this. I love the world, and honestly, if there are going to be more books involved with Kazbrecker and Inej and Jesper, then I'm totally here for it. Because I love them so much. They're my children. They're my babies. I want to protect them. So yeah, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom. Great duology. Love them. These two, I'm going in twos here, can you tell? Is both by Saba Tahir, An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night, which I actually, there's a third book in this trilogy, right? It's supposed to be a trilogy. But I had these two. I binge read the two of them, and then by the time I had read the second one, I was literally in tears because I needed the third one right away, and it hadn't come out yet, which I was quite disappointed by because I made the mistake of binge reading and I needed the third one. But like, again, love the world, love the characters. It's full of action. It's just like, it's very, very, very character driven. It's definitely these characters sort of finding their way in the world and trying to find themselves and how they feel about everything that's going on, and are they really going to... It's about rebellion, really, just sort of people standing up for what they believe in, and I'm totally here for it. So if you like all that sort of stuff, definitely pick these up. And the covers as well are absolutely beautiful. The last two, this one, Sun Warrior by PC Cast, who, as you already know, is my favourite author of all time. Her Tales of a New World series is amazing so far. Like, I read Moon Chosen, I think last year, the end of last year, and then this one came out this year, and it was so good. Like, if you love magic, if you love like goddess magic in particular, if you love powerful women in authority, if you love cute puppies, read this. Just read this. Just read it. I gave it a full 5 out of 5 on Goodreads. Like, I loved it that much. And like, can we just talk about this cover for a second? So shiny, and the uneven pages and everything. Just, I love everything about this book. Love it. The very last one I want to talk about is Strange the Dreamer by Lani Taylor, which in all honesty could very well be my favourite book of 2017 because I just love the way Lani Taylor writes. Like, she is literally a poet. Like, every single word sounds like the line out of a really epic, amazing poem. And just, she creates these beautiful worlds, and everything within the world is so beautiful and intricate. And the main character in this one, he has such a childlike innocence about him that is just so endearing, and just... I just love him. He's so precious. And there's going to be another one. I think she's only doing like a duology of these two. I think it's only going to be a duology, which kind of makes me a little bit sad. But I am really, really happy that I'm going to get more in this world, because the ending of this one had me in tears. And I need answers. I need answers right away. But like, can we just appreciate how gorgeous this one is as well? Like, I love what it says on the back. It was impossible, of course, but when did that ever stop any dreamer from dreaming? Like, if you don't read the back of that and immediately want to read this, like, and there's a moth on the cover there as well, which is absolutely gorgeous, which is actually pretty key to the story. If you read it, you'll find out. So yeah, anyway, Lani Taylor, Strange the Dreamer, favourite book of 2017. All of these could very well be my favourites of 2017, but that one and probably Sun Warrior as well could be like right up there with my favourites. That's pretty much it, really. I was a little bit nervous about putting this video up, but thank you all so much for subscribing and supporting. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!